Hey you guys, I just wanted to get on real quick. I was just watching some TV and remote control. I'm about to play my I don't know where this guy remote control is. I hate when you lose the remote control, don't y'all? I don't even know where it's at. See, that's how you know you ain't arrived. That's how you know when you still fat. When the remote control can be laying up underneath of your stomach. You don't even know it. Thank you. So I wanted to just do this video real quick because y'all, these preachers, I'm laughing, but it's really not funny. These preachers gonna bust hell wide open. Like they gonna have a special section in hell. I just saw a show. I think it's called Blood is Thicker Than Water. It's great. I just seen the preview for it, and it's a black preacher and his family, and he said God is all about the bling in heaven. I almost fell out in the floor and died. Needed to be resuscitated. Came back and died again. And then as they're saying this, of course, the editing of, I think that's the Bravo channel or whatever, he is pictures in front of all his Hummers, his yellow Hummer, his yellow Ferrari, and he's all like taking pictures like he in jail or something, taking jailhouse photos and stuff. I can't with these. It's really not funny. I'm laughing, but it really, really is not funny. It really isn't. It really is. And these preachers are going to bust hell wide open. Not because you shouldn't be prosperous and you shouldn't prosper, but because it's so much fixation and so much focus on prosperity, uh, and very little verbalizing, you know, the connection and relationship one should have with God. And the Word of God tells us that we can't serve two masters. It's very, very clear that um, we have to come to a place where we have to ask ourselves truthfully and honestly, not for the world, not to ask the world, or not even to stand up in front of the world and ask ourselves this, but personally, privately, internally, we had to ask ourselves, who are we serving? And are your actions reflecting something that it's not, that you're trying, that is your actions reflecting your real master? I'm not saying that we all don't fall. We all fall. I mean, we're human, and God expects us to do that, and He expects us to be human. But we can't be walking around boasting about things, and we don't boast about the source. I always tell people, and I used to tell them even 3 years ago on my channel, the best way that you honor your blessing is by honoring the source. Because when you don't honor the source, what you're doing is that you're proclaiming, and you're walking in saying that you achieved, you did this, you accomplished, you arrived, you, instead of saying him. Because without him, none of those things that you got, none of those things that you did was possible. Because many of us should have been written off a long time ago. Many of us have jobs, positions, houses, homes, prosperity, things that we have not earned, things that we rightfully, the world told us that we don't deserve. How many of y'all got positions on your jobs and promotions and bypass people that was overly qualified, and they told you and bumped you up? to the higher position. How many people, how many of y'all watching videos can actually say that? How many people don't have as much education as the next sister, but yet your company is prosperous? These are things that can't be explained. And don't get me wrong, because there's a lot of people out here that get blessed and it ain't coming from our Father. You better believe that. Because see, God is not the only one that blesses his people. And I'm just going to say that. But guess what? If you want to know the source of the blessing, if it walk like a duck, quack like a duck, guess what? It's a duck. All day, every day. And the walk, the talk, will reflect what or whom is blessing you. Blessing you. Point blank. And that goes for regular people, whether you're in the pulpit, whether you're on the pew, or whatever. And let's get on why we talk about pews. My mother came up with a term a long time ago called pew warmers. You know what that is? People that go to church all day long, every day, and come home the same way that they left out. Yeah, you went to church, but all you was doing was warming that pew. Don't sound pretty, do it? Well, imagine what God feels. Imagine how betrayed he feels. Imagine how that stench, how he does. Do you think he likes that stench in his nostrils from you? Just some things to just think about. Sip on as you drink that bottle of water. We all have to evaluate ourselves, honestly. And when we see things that is not pleasing to the Father, when we see things that does not reflect the walk that we should be walking, or the path that we should be on, we got to do better at it. We got to. And I'm not just speaking to you. Me. Moi. Has to do better. We got to do better, you guys. We got to. They watching us. They watching us. And not watching us because they want to necessarily say, ha ha, I caught you slipping. Sometimes, and trust me, it's a lot of people out there that's doing that. But it's a lot of people out there that really want to see how things are supposed to be. They really want to see what they should be doing. They're watching for guidance. And I'm not just necessarily talking about people that are teenagers or the youth. I'm talking about people in general. They're watching. We have to be careful and mindful to always represent the Father. And when we don't, just fix it. Do better. That's all. When you notice it, I mean, I look back on some of my videos, even not too long ago. I look back on some of my videos and I'm like, oh, I didn't realize. Yeah, I shouldn't have said that, or I shouldn't have did that, or I look at things, and it don't take somebody always pointing it out to me. When you get to a certain level of growth, it doesn't take people pointing it out to you. You know, with your spiritual eye, you'll see you'll if you be honest with yourself, you'll see it yourself. You'll see it yourself. So so yeah. I hope that this video has spoken to someone. I hope that this video encourages others and gave you a little laugh as well. I hope that we just be able to grow together, you guys. I really do. I hope that we be able to grow together, and that we ask the question truthfully and honestly. And what master are you serving? And does your life, your walk, your talk reflect such? All right, you guys. Talk to you guys later. Have a good night.